Let me take you on a journey through time, not a tale of magic, but of man turned monster, a story written not in ink, but in ashes, gunpowder, and tears. This is the story of Adolf Hitler, told not to glorify, but to warn. In a small town in Austria, under the cold April skies of 1889, a baby was born. They named him Adolf Hitler. His father was stern, a man of rules. His mother, kind and soft like evening rain. But Adolf was a boy of strange silences, drawn to art, drawn to power, drawn to shadows he didn't yet understand. He dreamed of painting grand buildings, but life cold and sharp shut that door. The Vienna Academy of Arts rejected him, not once but twice. Humiliated, homeless, he wandered the streets, sleeping in shelters, reading books filled with hate, and slowly, the boy began to rot from the inside. When World War I came, Hitler saw it as a blessing. He wore the German uniform with pride. He wasn't a leader yet, just a messenger in the mud, running through bullets and bombs. He was wounded, decorated for bravery, but in 1918, Germany surrendered. The war ended, but for Hitler, it never did. He didn't blame the generals. He didn't blame the chaos. He blamed the Jews, the weak, the betrayers. Lies became beliefs. Beliefs became obsession. And obsession became a vision, the rise of the fire. Germany was broken, its economy in ruins, people starving, lost. And into this brokenness stepped Hitler, a failed artist, now a speaker with a burning voice. He joined a small political group, the Nazi Party. They wore brown shirts, marched in the streets, and promised to make Germany great again. He tried to take power by force in 1923, but failed, thrown into prison. Yet in that cell, he wrote his madness into a book. Mein Kampf, My Struggle. People laughed. Then they listened. Then they believed. By 1933, Hitler was no longer shouting in the streets. He was the Chancellor of Germany. The door to power had opened, and he slammed it shut behind him. He banned other parties. He built secret police. He filled camps with enemies. He passed laws to strip Jews of rights, homes, jobs, humanity. To the world, he smiled. To his people, he whispered, "You are the chosen." They are the disease. And the people believed. Fear and pride make dangerous roots. In 1939, Hitler invaded Poland. In one move, he shattered peace. World War II began. Like wildfire, the Nazis stormed across Europe. France fell. Bombs rained on Britain. Russia turned into a frozen battlefield. But behind the front lines, something darker happened. Trains carrying millions to death camps. Children torn from mothers. Families erased like pencil marks on history. The Holocaust, 6 million Jews killed. Not soldiers, not enemies, just human beings. The bunker and the end. By 1945, Germany was bleeding. The Allies had surrounded Berlin. Hitler hid underground, in a concrete bunker far beneath the crumbling city. He was no longer a fiery speaker. He was a ghost of his own madness. On April 30th, 1945, he married his longtime lover, Eva Braun. Then, they both ended their lives. One with a gun, the other with poison. Outside, bombs shook the earth. And inside, the man who had set the world on fire vanished into smoke, the ashes he left behind. When the war ended, the world looked at what was left. Camps filled with bones, cities reduced to rubble. Millions of lives, lost and broken. Hitler's name became a curse. A symbol of what happens when hate becomes law. And silence becomes permission. Why this story matters. Because Hitler wasn't a monster born from darkness. He was a man, made by wounds, fed by lies, and followed by people who refused to question him. Evil doesn't wear horns. Sometimes, it wears a uniform. Sometimes it just holds a microphone.